All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Wal Rumya, back on another lesson, Lord, willingly be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wahab, Rakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, the great millstone who taught me the truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah by their faith. So got another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. If you haven't heard about the power being pretty much cut in Indiana, it's been out for 7 days, man, and people are starting to lose it. They're breaking in each other's houses by gunpoint, stealing generators and shit. That's just a glimpse of what you're going to hear about that's been happening up there, man. So you know a lot of people have been put to death. You know, people that's on these different medical machines, shit, people that has insulin. It's going to get bad, man. And that's just a test run that's going to hit Babylon the Great in general, man. It's just going to get bad, man. And it's like I said, it's just a glimpse because these cities, I would say, are mostly black and Hispanic and Native people, man. These cities and towns are mostly Jakes, and they gonna the Lord is going to turn it up, man, and that's what we wanted our people to repent because there's no turning back. There's no I want to get it now, man. Pause and I want to try to make things better. That's not going to happen, man, because like when the power went out, they thought the power was going to come right back on, but it's been 7 days, man. And food is rotting, and they can't take showers, they can't fucking brush their teeth. So you seeing a glimpse of what the Lord is going to turn up in Babylon the Great, man.
Aja, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew pew because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse. This is my dog Carter, by the way. As you can see, little and not able to bite a fucking thing. All right, for starters, we got the Walmart special. I went and bought 3 lanterns that all take batteries, and they come with batteries. So I don't have to buy any more, but I do have extra because I don't trust myself with candles, and it is pitch black dark. How dark, one might ask? Well, let me show you. This is how dark it is. And I'm in my car. Notable haul number 2. I have a battery set that I've already opened because I'm terrified to go in my house. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do because I no longer can afford to keep staying in hotels. And I also have no signal, so that's great. Now, before I go outside of my car and make sure my fucking doors are locked, because again, people are breaking into cars, houses, and stealing whatever they can get their fucking hands on, I'm going to make sure I have batteries in my flashlight. Now, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear. Yeah, I need to hurry up. One thing I want to make abundantly clear is the longer you stay your monkey ass in the car, the more chance you have of somebody running up and pistol whipping you. So you gotta hurry the fuck up. Oh my god, I didn't put the batteries in, right? We've got action. So my next step is going to be grab everything I can, get in the fucking house, and then get the batteries in my lantern using, why is this flashing? Using just this and my little one here, and then I'm gonna call y'all back.
And you see, she was terrified. You can see it in her face, man. You see, a lot of these women are going to be vulnerable in that time, man, because they don't have any protection. So you seeing that, man, we're at the beginning of all hell breaking loose, man.
So there's been no power in Indiana for 7 days, and ain't nobody talking about it. There ain't no news station, ain't nobody saying nothing. I feel like Michael Jackson's spirit team is at work right now, out of all places, Indiana. And on top of that, Gary, Indiana, this could be a good thing. People are starting to come back outside. They cooking outside. I saw somebody cooking spaghetti on a grill. When last time you saw that, bro? A lot of people can take this as entertainment, but it's really preparation.
You see, a lot of people taking it as entertainment, watching on TikTok. Oh, they like it won't happen in their area, but it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen all over Babylon the Great, man. This is just a small glimpse, and they always do it in you Jake neighborhoods, man, to see how you going to react. But when it hits your area, man, you ain't prepared, man. You're through, man. If the Lord is not with you, you're through. It don't matter if you have guns. Everybody gonna have guns, man. You're in America. It don't matter that you have friends. Friends and family are going to become like enemies, man. You have no food, you have no light, you have no water. And I'm speaking of water to drink, man, let alone having water to, take a shower, because the water is not going to come to your toilet. You ain't going to be able to use the bathroom, man. You're not going to be able to do anything that you're accustomed to doing here in Babylon the Great, man. And the terror that's going to be in the land, man, man, you just got to imagine it, man, because it's coming.
I just wanted to show y'all how dark it is in Indiana right now. We are currently day 7, no power. Don't even know when our power is going to be restored at this point because the time keeps changing. But let me show y'all how dark it is. There we go. Completely dark. It's not safe. People are breaking in people's houses and everything.
So it ain't safe, man. People breaking each other's houses, neighbors breaking each other's houses, and it's pitch black. At night, it's pitch black. You can't even see you can't even see your hand in front of your face, man. It's that black, man. And it's always a reason for cause and effect, they would say. But here's one of the reasons why that power is off.
Now that the many of us are learning from social media that Northwest Indiana has been without electricity, water, and food for over a week, let's let another cat out the bag, shall we? Because someone somewhere will tell you that voters do not care about what's going on overseas, that the American people need to focus on home. Northwest Indiana is in the 50 nifty, and in April of 2026, the governor announced a $15 million investment to bring Israeli tech startups to Indiana, which in total will be a $60 million partnership deal. It's almost like for the past couple of years, we haven't been telling everyone that this shit is all connected, and that if you think what's going on over there has nothing to do with your backyard, you ain't been in your backyard. This article is dated for 2023, which it talked about how the state of Indiana purchased $35 million in Israeli bonds. And at that time, the state of Indiana was the largest known purchaser in all of the United States of Israeli bonds. In another article also published in April of 2026, it says officials said the initiative is expected to help Israeli companies establish U.S. headquarters or operations in Indiana. It's all connected.
So everything's connected, man. It's a reason why they are, had these bonds they purchased, man. And as I believe, not saying I know for a fact, they don't want to bring in their that technology into that state with the way social media works, man. Somebody take a picture with it and pretty much go viral. So they had to cut the power out to bring in whatever they're bringing in, man. You can't really say, because there's so much going on, and you see they have these startups, man. So you got the flock cameras, and you got the list goes on. These robots, autonomous robots. You got these chip makers. So they're setting up shop, man. And like I said, they don't want to pretty much give it away. That you take a picture, make a video, and make it go viral, man. Not only that, but you have these troops that they're bringing in. So it's about to get bad, man. And we can just bring out information that we see, pretty much online, because they're not going to put this on regular news, man. You can just CNN, Fox News, all that. You can pretty much do away with that, because they're not going to tell you anything, man. They're a part of the agenda to keep you asleep, to keep you thinking, well, everything's okay, everything's going to be all right. Let's just get our paycheck, pay our bills, and get ready for the weekend. But the Lord is going to turn that to your doom and gloom, man. And that's why we make these lessons, man, for you to wake up and see that we're close to this plant thing popping, man, and never going back to the way it was, man. And you can't say that it won't be like that, because when 911 happened, everything changed instantly. Never go back. Shit, not only that, the CV-19, when that hit, everything changed. Never to go back. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is making it plain that this place is finished, man. This is 2nd Esdras 16, and I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? See, Esdras seen what was happening, man, what was coming. And he was saying, woe is me, woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days? So he's seen all hell breaking loose, man. Like I said, they always make these apocalyptic movies for a reason, man. That you can see that this is predictive programming, man, for these things to happen. And it's a long list of movies that go into that, man. Verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows, let me slow down. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And we see we're at the beginning of World War III, man. You see that's about to pop, man. As South Korea and North Korea pretty much, they want to join forces and pretty much kick America out of South Korea, man. But like she said, they didn't have no food. You couldn't go to the grocery store and get something to eat. You can't go to Walmart or McDonald's and get you a burger. That's done. So when it's hit worldwide, man, just imagine the chaos that's going to happen, man, all over the globe, man. Not over the globe, but all over Babylon the Great. But it's going to happen everywhere for the most part, man. But especially here. It says, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. So this is a punishment the Lord is sending. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See, even though we see these things coming, you're not going to have people turning to the Lord, man. They're going to feel like I can make it through it. I can get through it, man. I don't need the Lord. And this is what we know for a fact is going to happen to a lot of our people because they walked in great pride, man. They don't see that this place is finished, man. It says, behold, virtues shall be so good cheap upon earth. So you're going to think, well, I can still go get some food from Walmart. I can still go to the grocery store, Kroger's and shit. It's still cheap. But it's going to change, man, instantly. It says, behold, Sean, hold on that. Behold, virtues shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish from famine. See, a great famine is coming as well, man. Let me get a video just to back that up. A famine is coming. Let me get you this video, man. Shit, let me find it down. This is right here. It's not a video, but this is a clip from. It says, J.P. Morgan warns a massive global famine supply crises could begin next year as fertilizer shortage tightens agricultural supplies and push food inflation higher. So you're gonna have hyperinflation, man. Now you got shrinkflation. You're gonna go into hyperinflation, where they pretty much you're not having it, that much food in the bag. You might go get a bag of chips and shit 5-10 years ago, down the bag would be full. Now the bag, and it would be the same prices now, which less food in the bag, but it's the same size, man. But less food in it, man, but the same price. It's shrinkflation, but it's gonna go to hyperinflation. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. No, I had it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salaki. The spirit be hitting you when you doing these lessons. You're like, damn, that should come to your mind. You're like, damn, let me bring it out. Let me see if I can find it. Man, I can't. No. Oh, here go one of them I want to bring out.
America is running out of cattle, and the biggest meat company in the country just shut 3 plants and cut 2,500 jobs over it. But the strangest part is what Tyson stock did the moment that news hit, and what a flesh-eating pest has to do with the price you're paying at the register. Tyson Foods, the name on half the protein in your grocery store, is closing beef plants in Illinois and Utah and selling one in Washington. And this isn't round one. In January, they shut a Nebraska plant with 3,200 workers. The U.S. cattle herd just hit its lowest level in 75 years. A long drought burned up grazing land out west. Then the government banned cattle imports from Mexico to keep out the screwworm, which is a flesh-eating pest. Texas's own agriculture commissioner said, "We paid the price of a closed border, and the screwworm got in anyway. It's already been found on Texas farms." That's why ground beef hit a record about $8.65 a pound in June, and why Tyson now expects to lose up to $650 million in its beef business this year. Now, the part that almost nobody expected was that Tyson's stock jumped about 3% on plant closures and job cuts. Wall Street is rewarding the company for shrinking because a smaller, tighter footprint bleeds less money. And here's the timeline that locks it in. Washington plans to lift the import ban this month, but Tyson's own operations chief says up to a year before those cattle are ready for slaughter. Those record prices at the register are not a phase, so that is not a good sign for your boy kibble and your slop bowls. If you want to know what other investors are doing in real time in reaction to this news, the link is in our bio, and follow Upside Invest for more.
So you have it, man. They closing these meat plants and all these different agricultural plants. They closed them, man, and not pretty much giving a good reason why they're closing them. They're just telling you that they got to close them because of the fluke worm. They ain't not sending any meat from Mexico because of the fluke worms. So they giving you excuses, man, because they're putting it out there that they're finna cause a famine, man. And I'm trying to find this video while I was speaking, man. Damn, I can't find it. But you get the gist of it. You get the gist of what's coming, man. And these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Let me drop down to verse 31. It says, "Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search the houses with the sword." And see, now you're seeing that these people are going in each other's houses. These neighbors going to each other's houses, man, with the sword, man. The modern day gun. It says, "And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof wax old. And her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough." So you're going to have a lot of people put to death, man. Houses, you see now, like if somebody can cut the grass around somebody's yard or at the house for many years or months, it just overgrows, man. And that's what you're going to see in these neighborhoods that you see a lot of people in, man. You're going to see a lot of people having these neighborhoods, man, just houses, man, just not even boarded up, man. Just thorns and briars just growing all through them, man, because nobody's there anymore, man. Your neighbor you had 10, 20 years, man, the houses, nobody there, man. So you coming into these times, man, it's going to be doom and gloom, man. And there's no way to escape it. And that's why we, through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we pray that the Lord have mercy on us, that we followed the Lord and believed and had faith in him before this time came, man. This is 2nd Ezra 8 in verse 50. It says, "For great misery shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they walked in great pride." And this is coming to these people walking in great pride, man. They didn't need the Lord, didn't turn to the Lord, thought it was a game, man. But we tell you through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, it's about to get bad, man. Far worse than we can explain. This is 2nd Ezra 15 in verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." So we're in modern day Egypt now, man. Revelations 11 and 8. So the Lord is going to turn this place up, man, because he's not going to allow his people just to dwell in this place and not service him, man. Serve him. Verse 11, it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." And he's going to remove the elect. He says, as before. So these plagues that was in Egypt, in the ancient Egypt, are hidden Babylon the Great now in modern day Egypt. He says he's going to bring them again. Let me read that again. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So it's not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about modern day Egypt. And this is Babylon the Great. It says, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and the punishments that power shall bring upon it. So the Lord is judging this place, man. This is coming from the Lord, man. He says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting of hail, and with a fearful consolation. So the heavens, man, is showing you that you got eclipses. Well, you had eclipse last week, man. It wasn't shown in America, but it was shown in, I think it was like Ireland, a total eclipse, man. So you're seeing all the signs the Lord is about to bring judgment, man. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. See, it's drawing near, man. It's drawing near. One people shall stand and fight against another. And you seeing that, man. And like I said, this is just a small glimpse of what's going to happen. It says, and swords in their hands, meaning the modern day sword is a gun, man. So they're going to have guns in their hand, man. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. See, you have people robbing each other, man. Breaking in your cars, breaking in your house. It's going to say here, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to regard, I'm going to call the police on you. That ain't going to be a threat that day. I call the police. Nobody's going to care, man. It says, in the course of the actions shall stand in their power. See, whatever they want to do is going to be in their power. You're not going to have any, if you don't have the weaponry or the Lord, you through. Well, even if you got the weaponry, it ain't going to matter, man, because if the Lord ain't with you, man, you through. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you can go like where I'm at. You could go over into another city. It's real close, and go and get different things, and like sometimes people like go up where I'm at. They go to a different city because the taxes is different. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at in Tennessee, on the border of Kentucky. So you can go over to Kentucky and go to like Walmart, and you don't have taxes on different things that people use. But that day, you'd have people at the border, man. They'll have militias. Well, you're not going to be able to go in these cities, man. You're not going to be able to go in these certain neighborhoods, man. Because these Edomites, man, you best believe they're prepared, man. I remember a couple of years back, man, when right after CV19, I used to go into Academy Sports just to shop or whatever. But I used to see them Edomites in there, man, getting rifles and getting ammunition. So they down there bought the store out, man. Especially when CV19 hit, man, they was buying ammunition and guns like it wasn't nothing, man. So you best believe they know the time was coming that they was going to have to use them weapons, man. And a lot of Jakes ain't prepared, man. They are not prepared, man. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See? You're going to have men afraid. The Lord ain't with them, man. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor. See, a man is not going to have pity on his neighbor, man, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And we just seen that they're doing that up in Indiana right now, man. Going into people's houses with that gun, man, and taking what they want. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. See, and for great tribulation. Trouble, man. So a lack of bread, people gonna break in your house, man, steal everything you got in your cabinets, man. And then we are quickly approaching that day, man. Dropping down to verse 24, it says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I will not spare them. See, if you're not a man of the Lord, man, you're not seeking the Lord, man, you're not gonna be spared. It don't matter if you're Jay-Z or somebody that got money. It ain't going to matter that day, man. The Lord has to be with you. It says, I would not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua knoweth all them that sin against him. See, the Lord knows if you're sinning against him. There's no way out of it, man. The angels, the eyes of the Lord is 10 times brighter than the sun. So you're not getting away with it. It says, therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. And that's what's coming, man. For 2/3 of our people, they're finna be delivered to death and destruction. And that's what we seeing, man. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. And only the elect is going to be delivered. If you're sinning against the Lord, man, you're gonna be set for death and destruction. And we can't make it no plainer than that, man. We can't make it no plainer than that. Because the Lord is only going to save his elect. So the Christian church saying, I'm saved. What you saved from? They don't even know what's coming. You don't know what you saved from. But the hopeful elect know that you're saved from this judgment that's coming, man. This is Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation. And this is what we're speaking about, that great tribulation. Such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall be. So it's going to be a time like never before in the history of the world, man. NLT, it says, for there shall be a greater anguish than at any time since the world began. So it's going to be a time like never before. You can't prepare yourself for this. That's why we continue to say, man, the Lord got to be with you, man. It says, and it will never be so great again. So it's not going to be like this before, never again, man. Let me read that one more time, man. This is heavy. This is very, very heavy, man. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. So the Lord is going to shorten the days as well, man. As they're already being shortened, man. You get up, shit, it's time to go to work. By the time you get off, it's time to go to sleep and do the same thing again, man. The time is shortened, man. It says, except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the elect is going to be taken away from the judgment that's coming, man. And there's no rapture. That's a man-made myth. There's no rapture coming, but the elect are going to be taken up. Because they'll tell you at the church, it's a pre-trib and pre-tribulation rapture that's coming. That's not going to happen, man. You're going to be in it. Everyone is going to be in it. This is Daniel 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. See, this time they're coming into is never been that bad, man. It's going to be worse than slavery, worse than any time you could think of in the history of the world, man. And slavery is one of the worst times you can ever think of, man. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. See, the elect are going to be delivered at this time, man. It says, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And the elect are going to be found written in the book, man. Those that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. Let me get this real quick and I'll end it. This is Matthew 24. We'll finish it on this. This is Matthew 24 and 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days, see, immediately after all hell breaks loose, judgment comes, the missiles fly. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So the all hell breaking loose, man. Then you have war in the Middle East popping off, and then you're gonna have missiles start to be fired off, and then the Lord is going to return, man, in the midst of World War III, and He's going to deliver the elect out of the judgment of those missiles, man, and from the judgment of the time of Jacob's trouble, which we're quickly approaching. It says, and then shall there appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. See, when the missiles start to be shot off, all hell breaking loose, the Lord is going to appear, man. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So you're going to see the chariots of the Lord covering the sky with the world. You're going to cause UFOs covering the sky and the Lord appearing, man. So everything we know is coming. We're at the door of it being open and all hell breaking loose, man, all over Babylon the Great. You know, don't forget about the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is coming as well, man. As you see this dollar crash, they're going to implement this mark of the beast, man, and everyone has to get it, just like they did the CB19. So we at those days, man. Shalom.